Guys, let me show you my gym fragrances. These are the fragrances that I always go with. Okay, I'm always been rotating these fragrances ever since before I was going to the gym. Okay, before I'm getting ready, my backpack, things like that. Okay, I'm gonna smell good and I'm gonna go to the gym. Okay, with a great impression, leaving great impression and memory on other people's noses. These are the fragrances that I will go for. Let's go. The first fragrance that I'm gonna talk about is honestly Mont Blanc's Legend Spirit. Now, this fragrance does not only smell citrusy, but it is also smooth with the aquatic nature of the fragrance as well, and it dries down musky and woody as well. This fragrance, you won't really go wrong with this because you do get this citrusy grapefruit kind of opening, accompanied by watery aquatic notes at the middle, and it dries down with soft woods, okay, and white musk at the base of this fragrance. Now, this fragrance is a sporty fragrance. Of course, they do have longevity issues. I do get about 4 to 5 hours when I use this fragrance, but when all said and done, it is still very attractive. This fragrance, okay, if I find that I ran out of the smell, I'll top up whenever I need to. It's an extremely nice fragrance to use. Moving on to the next in this list, this fragrance has got to be one of the most versatile fragrances ever. Office, gym, work, you name it. This kind of fragrances is extremely nice and timeless for its time, okay, for its application, its practical application up until present day. Now, this fragrance, it does have a lot of these blends and mix of citruses. You do get a lot of this lemon, okay, lime, bergamot kind of a fusion with this citrus, with this fragrance. Then you won't really go wrong with this fragrance because this is an aquatic, fruity kind of a fragrance. Not fruity, I mean meant to say citrusy. Now, this fragrance is an extremely nice fragrance because it dries down with an addictive, woody style of a fragrance. This fragrance, when all said and done, is an extremely nice fragrance. I do think everyone should give this fragrance a try. This fragrance is extremely nice to be worn before you go for your workout. I do find myself grabbing this fragrance right before I go for my workout. It's an extremely nice fragrance. Fragrance number three that I'm gonna suggest in this list is really going to be this fragrance right here. This fragrance is called Dolce& and Gabbana Light Blue Eau Intense Pour Homme. It's a long name, it's a lengthy name, okay, but bear with me. It's very easy, very iconic to remember the design of this bottle. This is for the male version. Okay, I tried the female version as well, the Parfum version for the Dolce Gabbana Light Blue. I forgot it's either unisex or the Parfum edition, but the smell is extremely nice as well. Okay, male can use it as well. Just in case, I'm just helping out. If you are wondering if you bought the wrong bottle, and what about the smell? It does smell really nice as well. Prominence of apple, citruses, blends of a very nice kind of a musky style of a fragrance is very nice. Now, this fragrance in particular, it does have a lot of the similar, similar kind of a realm. Okay, when it pertains to the citrusy kind fragrance. Now, it does have a lot of citruses in it. Okay, you do get a lot of this orange, zesty kind of an opening. Okay, get it's a blast. Okay, it hits you in the nose directly, but not in a bad way. Okay, not in an abrasive way. This fragrance is an extremely nice fragrance. It dries down, okay, with a lot of this musk. All right, this fragrance extremely nice to be worn to the gym. This is a one of my go to, one of my no brainer when it pertains to going to the gym, before going to the workout, that kind of a fragrance. All right, so you can actually kind of think of where I'm going with this, because normally sporty fragrances, they are not aggressive smelling, they are not warm, they are not spicy, they are just light and airy, okay, kind of just citruses kind of fragrance. Those kind of fragrances, they offer you exactly that, because these are the fragrances that you need before you go for your exercise or your workout or your cardio session or whatever, before you are going to sweat. Actually, when all said and done, these three fragrances does have a lot to offer. Okay, when you are just starting out for your fragrance collection, or you're just wondering what kind of gym fragrance that you can wear that will not offend anybody, these are the top choices, my top choices. I do have many other gym fragrances as well, but for now, I'll stick with these three because I've been using these three fragrances recently. Okay, and it did wonderfully well. Okay, when I'm going to the gym, of course, the longevity is gonna suck. okay, because after you have sweated a lot, okay, the smell of the fragrance is gonna go down, the performance is gonna go down the drain. But don't worry, just after that you can just apply a new fragrance thereafter, okay, and then you can start rocking a new fragrance for the entire day, things like that and whatnot. Or you can just continue to use this kind of fragrance for the entire day, because this kind of fragrance is an extremely versatile kind of a fragrance. You don't really go wrong with this kind of a fragrance. Extremely nice, light and airy, okay, and musky with a lot of nice blends of citruses. These three fragrances are very well balanced in nature. I hope you enjoy.